Good evening. How you doing? My name is Joseph Googie. I am one of the co-founders of Pre-PT Grind. Super excited for this evening's topic. I see there's a random sticker here. But super excited for tonight's topic. It's one that was really came up through some frustrating situations that I went through with some of my good friends who have been pursuing certain aspects of physical therapy, and it did not go the way they had planned initially. And so, as you will find out tonight, there are certain things that I wish they would have understood. And so I'm going to share them with you tonight because you're going to go through the same frustrations, the same hurdles as pre-PTs who are hungry and yearning for physical therapy school and becoming physical therapists. And so tonight's topic is going to be a good one for y'all. But we have Man, we have Taylor, we have Alexa, Jimmy, Noble, Terrence. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Super excited to have y'all on here. But just thank you for taking time out of your Thursday evening. We got Casey, and as Casey hops on, let me let him on, and then newer therapy students page, newer to Pre-PT Grind. Casey and I have this platform, Pre-PT Grind, where we have made it our mission to serve you as Pre-PT students and help you get into physical therapy school without wasting time or money through so many different ways, including this. Cindy, how you doing? Debbie, good to see you. Taylor, super excited to have you here as well. And so, Casey, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good. I just saw a comment, just got home from work. I did too, so I feel you, but I'm feeling good.
Y'all, my name tag is still with me, like straight up. Like
hustling.
Yo, always. Yo, it's crazy because like right after this stream, we're like at 9:30, we're going back into our accepted system stream with our now 63. It was initially 62, now 63 students. So for y'all in the accepted system, y'all got a new classmate that just joined in today. But now 63 students who are going to be learning a lot of cool things from one of our buddies, Kyle Rice. So super excited for it. Savannah, how are you doing? Christina, good to see you. Nyasha, good to see you. Cindy, oh wow. We have
a whole squad is here.
Yo, man, Alexa, you already know we're committed.
Play around.
You already know. All right. Super excited. So tonight's topic, Michael, good to see you. Tonight's topic is the two types of people that hold the key to your acceptance as a pre-PT. This is something that I want all of you to understand. This is something that I need your classmates to understand. This is something that I need you, like the people you work with, whether it's other techs, whether it's other pre-PTs, it doesn't really matter. This is something that we want you guys to really understand, because the honest truth is, Casey, the honest truth is, as a pre-PT, dang, Alaska is excited. We just had an earthquake, so shake things up. Yo, Savannah, you're about to get me all distracted and stuff like that. But before I dive in, like, what's that like? Because I've never been in an earthquake. I thought I was in an earthquake when I was at the airport this past weekend, but it was like a train that was going under the airport. So I was tripping. I was like, yo, this place is shaking. I looked at my buddy Javi. I was like, yo, Javi.
Yeah.
But it was just a train. But I've never been in an earthquake.
It feels like a train. I've been in a like very, very small one. It feels like
Really?
a train or like a huge garbage truck just like going by your window. But I don't know how bigger ones feel, but it's kind of weird.
Well, Savannah, it's good to see that you're safe. It's good to see that you're safe. And everyone else that was part of it, I hope everyone was safe as well. Sydney, good to see you. So the two types of people, Casey, that hold the key to your acceptance as a pre-PT, well, to just your success as a pre-PT. Here's the thing. As a pre-physical therapy student, I want y'all to comment me if at some point as a pre-PT, you have felt like you were pretty close, darn close to giving up. Let's start with that. Let's start with the extreme. Comment me if you have ever felt like you were pretty close to giving up. A small earthquake, it's like when a train passes by, but a big one is like you're in a Christmas party. Yo, my goodness. But I want you to comment yes, comment me, comment I, maybe do like a little like two hands up. If you have gotten to any point, this could be during a semester, this could be after applying and getting rejected, this could be after taking your GRE 5 times and realizing, shoot, like I'm trying, it's not working out. Or maybe someone told you that you couldn't get in. All the different things you hear us talk about, but just say me, I, Joe, I don't know, Spanish, whatever language you want. If you feel like at some point, if you remember at some point wanting to even temporarily give up, it could have been a split moment, it could have been a longer moment, it could have been a semester, whatever. Comment me. Perfect. Now let's scale it down a little bit. Now comment me if you have had someone give you ammunition, so that when you were down, they actually helped you justify the fact that you were or should have been down. As in, well, my GPA is not going well, so I don't feel like I'm going to get in, and I'm going to share it with maybe a family member, maybe a faculty, maybe a classmate, and they tell you something that encourages you to keep thinking that way. Maybe they say, you know what, you should probably look for something else. Maybe they say, you know what, maybe the classes you're taking are too hard. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a sign that you're not ready for physical therapy school. Who's ever been told that? Just comment me. Someone just justified. Someone justified. They were like, you know what? Like, you're right. This is a man. I believe in God, and one of the things that always scared me was when someone used that against me. When someone would say, maybe this is God telling you that this is not for you. Maybe this is God telling you that you should be doing something else. Maybe God's telling you, like, come on, like, it starts getting real scary when you're like, wait, like, how is this being associated with other? Well, if y'all have been feeling that, let me see it. So we got Noble, we got Gail, we got Rafa. Yo, y'all have felt it. Y'all have felt it. And the honest truth is, if that is you, then this message is for you. Now, let me ask one last question. I got 3 questions tonight. I've already asked 2. Here's my last one. How many of you have ever got to those moments where you felt like, yo, this is not going how I planned? This semester did not go how I planned. This class did not go how I planned. These, like, what's up, Meredith? How you doing? Appreciate the shout out earlier, by the way.
Hey,
like, everything's
what's up?
not, like, things aren't going the way I planned. But then you found somebody that actually helped you change your mindset for the better. You found someone that was able to redirect your focus. You found someone that was able to give you perspective. You found someone that probably had a much harder situation than yours that was able to tell you, you know what, like I did blank, which was far harder than what you're going through right now, and yet I still got in. Yet I still got my goal. Yet I still got an A in this class. One of our students in the acceptance system recently was talking about a semester where they started out a class, and the beginning of that class they were failing it. And they'd actually reached out to me when it happened. And they were like tripping and losing their mind or whatever. And so they were looking me to be one of those 3 types of people. And what they needed is they did not need me to justify their bad grade. They did not need me to be like, all right, well, it's a hard class. Teacher sucks. You have a hard teacher. So because of that, well, here we are. Guess you're going to fail the class. Right? Taylor, appreciate it. That's so kind. But the honest truth is this student needed someone. Now, it happened to be me for that conversation. It happened to be other people for other conversations. But they needed someone that was going to change their perspective on that class. A class that started with an F ended up with a B+, almost an A. And so the honest truth is, those are the 3 types of conversations you're ever going to have. And tonight's topic is, what are the 2 types of people? What are the 2 types of people that hold the keys to your acceptance? Alexa, appreciate it so much. Gail says, thank the Lord for pre-PT grant because I have no idea what I'd be doing right now without you guys. Appreciate it. Debbie, Gail, Warren, Cindy, yo, I appreciate y'all. But the honest truth is there are 2 types of people. The first one is the enabler. The second one is the motivator. You have to choose very, very, very carefully who you're going to with your ish. Who you're going to with your frustrations, who you're going to with your problems. Casey, what are your thoughts about these 2 groups, the enablers versus the motivators?
I mean, I don't know where you're going with this, so I'll let you preach after I'm done. But to me, when I first saw this, the first thing that stood out to me was semantics. Like, for me, this is just semantics. Enabler, let's look at the definition. I actually wrote it down. I looked it up before the live stream. It means a person or thing that makes something possible. That's what an enabler means, according to the definition I looked up. A person or thing that makes something possible. Now, to me, when I hear that, all I'm seeing is something possible. What do you want to make possible? And the enabler will make that happen. That's all I see. That's all I see. Motivation, we can go down that road too. Are you going to be what are you being motivated to do? Now we can go down this rabbit hole a little bit further. Now, what are you going to that enabler with? And yes, it does play into who is that enabler as well. But just on this narrow tangent, what are you going to that enabler with? Are you going to them freaking out? Are you going to them with all these problems? Are you going to them with a negative attitude so they can just feed that fire more? Are you going to them with all these problems with no way out? Like, what are you going to this enabler with? What are you trying to make possible? And they're just going to light that fire. They're just going to light that fuel and make that something possible. If you're going to them with the mindset like, I'm never going to get in. I suck at the GRE. I'm too stupid for the standardized test. I'm too dumb to get a higher GPA. My teacher sucks. You're just letting them, when they light that fire, they're just lighting whatever you're giving them. That's, to me, when I see that, that's all I see. A person or thing that makes something possible. What the hell are you trying to make possible? That's what I see with this. And yes, now it does come to another part of it is who the enabler is. Like, okay, Joseph is gonna talk about this, but who is that person lighting that fire? But that's just what I see. I'm not gonna take too long on this because we have an enabler or motivator coming in for our accepted system about the GRE soon, maybe about 10 minutes or so. But that's what I want you guys to think about. That's what it means. A person or thing that makes something possible. What are you trying to make possible? What is your mindset trying to make possible? What are these neural connections trying to make happen in the universe? Then whoever you're going to with, they're going to make whatever happen. Even yourself. Because I know for me, I was my biggest enabler or motivator. What was I feeding myself? What was I telling myself? And whatever I was telling myself, I made happen. The first time, I was tearing myself down. And what happened? I didn't get in. The next time, I was building myself up, and I got in. That's just a small example. And we can use this for anything. But that's just what I want you guys to think about. And that's just the first thing that popped out to me. So what a person or thing that makes something happen, what is that something for you? But what you got, Joseph?
Yeah, man. No, you hit it right on the money. It's as simple as this, y'all. It's simple as this. When you are going to someone else with your struggles, with your crappy situation, whether it's grades, whether it's fears, whether it's your anxieties, like I've shared that I've had a lot of anxieties myself, like regardless of whatever you are carrying with you. When you go to an enabler will allow you to justify the feelings that you're going through at that time. It's the people who were just mentioning when I said, yo, y'all got some enablers? Y'all said, yeah, I got some enablers in my life. Negative enablers. So with negative enablers, you want to be very careful about that. Because right now I can tell you right now, pre-PT Grind is a business, right? It's a business, it's a service, it's so many different things. So if I go to someone that does not understand how to take care of people properly in an online platform, and I got my stresses, and maybe I'm like, oh my goodness, we have so many students, I don't know how to do this. Or okay, if I go to them, because they don't understand, they won't empathize with what I'm doing, they will become an enabler very, very quickly. They will become an enabler because they will enable me to feel even more down or more stressed or more frustrated or more anxious about the situation that I'm in, right? So if I have someone who is an enabler, if I'm going to someone who's an enabler, someone who might be a positive person, someone who might be a negative person, it doesn't really matter. If they are going to allow me to feel more of what I am trying to not feel, which is that fear, which is the anxiety, which is the whatever that is, if I am going to an enabler, then I can go down a very slippery road very, very fast. So all it takes is 1 or 2 bad semesters and you talking to the right enabler for you to pick a completely different career path when you know this is for you. All it takes is for you to have 2 rejections. I've brought in students in here from our program that have had multiple rejections before they kind of figured their ish out. But you could have 2 rejections and talk to an enabler and you would quit. You would quit. You would have been so locked in on physical therapy, but you would literally quit because an enabler who did not understand that you pushing through was part of your experience, was part of what would define you, was part of what would inspire all the people that would come after you. Well, they enable you to do the very thing that you should not be doing. But a motivator is the person that you go to when you're feeling down. They, every single time you can go to them and you're like, yo, this person will leave me on a high. I've gone on a few calls this week with some of our students. And at the beginning of the call, they were in a very tricky situation. And it's okay because we're human. But in that moment, I had to decide, am I going to be an enabler? Am I going to be like, wow, you're right. You're right. Everything does suck. Yeah, it does. It does seem like everything is going against you right now, man. Dang, what are we gonna do about it? Like, was I gonna be an enabler, or was I gonna say, you know what? Everything you're feeling is justified. It is. But the only thing that we have control over is what we do next. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do A, B, C, D. This is what's gonna happen. I tell them a story of someone else that was in a similar situation. I lock them back in, and by the end of it, they're like, yo, all right, Joseph, let's go get it. Like, we're ready to go back out there. We're ready to do this again. We're ready to retake the GRE. We're ready to retake our classes. We're ready for, like, you have to have motivators around you. Sometimes you have to be your own motivator. What's up, Jose? What's up, Andy? What's up, Paul? Sometimes you have to be your own motivator. But the honest truth is, you need motivators around you. Have the right people around you. This past weekend, Casey was in California, so he would have joined me if he wasn't there, but he was also taking care of our students. But I was in Nashville, Tennessee. And while I was in Nashville, I was with 30 other business owners. And so we have the same business coach. And so with all these other 30 business owners, we're here sharing our different experiences. My business is Pre-PT Grind. Like, I was talking about y'all. I was talking about the cool things y'all are doing, the accepted system launch, all these different cool things. But and also what our vision is for you based on the things that you have asked. So I'm sharing all of these things. And we're also sharing a lot of our insecurities, a lot of our anxieties, a lot of our fears, a lot of the things that are kind of stressing us out in so many different ways, because every business has its own challenges and successes. And we realized that in that room, we were just a bunch of motivators. All of us were just a bunch of motivators. We were helping each other not only change our perspectives, but figure out what the missing pieces were and how to put them together. And that's when I was like, yo, pre-PTs need to have that. They need to have that. Every situation of a pre-PT that I have seen give up on their dream is because they did not have a motivator close by. If you will ever give up on your dream to become a physical therapist, it will be because you don't have someone that can push you right back on the horse that you just fell off of. Someone that can push you right back on the path that you were on before. And it either means you're doing it on your own. Sure, how you doing? Good to see you. Like, it either means that you're doing it on your own, or it means that you might have a bunch of enablers or people that will lead you down that path, unfortunately, because of your challenges. Or you will actually flip it and say, Brent, how you doing? Like, or you'll flip it. You'll flip it and say, can I find people around me who are on either the same path I have been on or am going on right now, or people who have been on it in the past, or people who understand it, or people that can just keep me focused because they have my best interest in mind. They have my goals in mind. They have my dreams in mind to become a physical therapist. So you guys have to start becoming very careful, because this whole enabler motivator thing, whereas it'd be super easy if all enablers were just negative people, because then we could spot them from a mile away. But the honest truth is, they might also be some of the most positive people you might have around you. They just might not believe in your dream as much as you do. So they'll twist it in a positive way. This is sometimes in the form of family. This is sometimes in the form of faculty members. People that we would not necessarily see as enablers, but if you're not careful, enough of those enabler seeds planted inside of your frustrations, your anxieties, your negative thoughts will grow a tree of doubt, will grow a tree of anxiety, will grow a tree of frustration, and ultimately will lead you to pull the plug on this very profession that you guys have chosen, on the very profession that you have fallen in love with. And honestly, that's probably one of the saddest things for Casey and I to watch. When we see someone giving up on their dream because they have not had the right people around them. So right now, tonight, my biggest thing for you is I want you guys to start looking around. The people that are in the accepted system, y'all already got the right people around you. But for the rest, like, if you're not, like, look around you. Who do you have around you? Who are your motivators? Who are the people that are, is it your best friend? What's up, Shanahan? How you doing, brother? Like, is it
What's
your best
up?
friend? Like, yo, it's the first time I've seen Shanahan come on at the end.
Late, man. Late.
Come on, Shan, come on. But the honest truth is, like it's figuring out like who around me is my motivator. Who's going to push me? Who's going to set me up so that even when I feel like I'm not pushing myself hard enough, they push me even more? Who are my enablers? Who are the people that I need to stop sharing my pre-PT experience with? Who are the people that I need to avoid when I'm having my downs? Who are the people that I need to avoid when I'm having my anxieties, my frustrations? Annie, how you doing? Iris, Elisa, how you doing? But the honest truth is, if we don't have that, if we don't have that, if we don't have that filter that allows us to figure out who we need to be talking to, well, then things go downhill very, very fast. And the honest truth is, for us, we have committed to you as pre-PTs to serve you in whatever capacity you need. But the honest truth is, it's going to require you to also be very careful about the people that you're sharing your experience with. Because you don't want people to pull the plug or unplug you from the very thing that you've verbally stated, or obviously being part of this group. You have stated you are interested and committed to becoming a physical therapist. Let's make it happen. Let's freaking make it happen. And if you have questions, you're like, how do I get started? Like, how do I figure it out? I have so many frustrations and anxieties and all these different things. Send us a message right now. Go to contactpreptgrind.com. Actually, someone just comment below. Contactpreptgrind.com. Just do it, and then everyone else just click on that button. Contactpreptgrind.com. Send us a message right now. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's start figuring out how to put those pieces together. Shanahan, that's a very good reason. I appreciate that. But the honest truth is, like start figuring that out. But in the link, contactpreptgrind.com, you can talk to us right now. You can talk to us right now. Let's start having a conversation. Let's start figuring out. Let's start figuring out what's missing. What's missing. But honestly, we believe in y'all so freaking much. Taylor, thank you so much. We believe in y'all so much. You also have to believe in yourself, but you're also going to need people around you that still believe in you even more than you do. Your motivators. Avoid the enablers. Embrace your motivators. Let's freaking get it. Let's freaking get it. Y'all deserve to be DPT. The reason why I had a sticky note up there before is because one of the things we tell our students is they have to start training themselves to believe that they are PT school qualified. Take a sticky note, simple. Write on it, doctor. Put your first and last name on there. Look at it every single day. Put it somewhere where you're going to see it all the time. Motivate yourself. Make that sticker one of your motivators in your life right now. Let's absolutely crush it. Y'all have an amazing rest of your evening. We got to serve our season 4 acceptance system students right now.
Let's go have a
Y'all
party.
have a good one. We'll talk soon. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll talk. Bye.